right, here we go.
Rolling sound, quiet.
Here we go. Ready? Okay. And action.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Hit or Miss Hallmark Movie Reviews. I'm Daniela.
And I'm John. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
And click the little bell to receive notifications every time we upload a new video.
Countdown to Christmas continues. Movie number 7. This actually isn't movie number 7. This is our 7th review. We are behind one on Ghost of Christmas Always. We just had some crazy recording problems.
Technical difficulties.
We still haven't watched it. We know, we've heard everybody talking about it. We know it's great. So we're going to save that one for December as a treat to ourselves. And just truck on.
Yeah. Today we are reviewing
Lights, Camera, Christmas.
We didn't do a short for this one, did we?
We didn't. That was actually part of the Ghost of Christmas Always haunting that we experienced.
Right.
So we missed, I think we missed 2 shorts. But I will say that this one was on my list of ones I was excited for. So it's a baked-in hit for me.
Okay.
That was my prediction.
I think this was going to be a hit for me regardless.
Okay. We're both taking an easy point on this one.
Is the jingle in my hat going to be?
No, I like it.
Okay.
So, what was this one about?
Carrie, played by Kimberly Sustad, is a talented designer on the brink of losing her shop while falling on hard times. Opportunity comes knocking on her shop door as she is asked to be a costume designer for a holiday rom-com movie shooting in her hometown, starring no other than Brad, the King of Christmas, played by Brotherton. She soon rediscovers her passion for costume design and starts to embrace the idea of taking risks, not only with her career, but also in love.
So, what did we think?
So much to say here.
Lots.
Okay, so I think the filmmakers in us were just super happy and excited with this one. It was great to see a behind-the-scenes look at filming a Christmas movie.
Yeah, and I like that they kind of demystified it a little bit, and you know, it felt like almost it was too early to be cold, so they had like the fake snow. It was just everything that you don't really want to know about in a Hallmark Christmas movie, they kind of let you in on.
It was very meta. It was, you know, it was a Christmas movie about a Christmas movie and what goes on behind the scenes of a Christmas movie, like the stressed out producer, the control freak director, the overworked, about to snap PA. It was great. You know, I loved how it was like a little bit satire. I loved that it was very self-aware of itself.
Oh, very much. I like they kind of just like zoomed it over. They called it Dazzle Plus. They were They were making
the production company, which was I guess Hallmark. Was
yeah,
supposed to be
it's supposed to be Hallmark. But yeah, there's a lot of little like inside jokes and funny things. There's actually a line that Kimberly Sustad says near the beginning to Laura Soltis when she comes home to find her mom putting up all the Christmas decorations and is like, "Mom, it's not even Thanksgiving yet." It's like, oh my God, everybody says that.
That's what we're thinking in real life. Right now. It was just funny. It was like Hallmark making a funny observation about itself.
Yeah, but it's done really well. Like it wasn't cheesy. It actually was very sweet, and even though it was a satire on itself, didn't really feel like it.
I loved the format here. It was great. It was like a non-linear kind of way of presenting a story, and I liked the narrative device of telling us as an audience via flashback, via a Q&A with the whole cast from the film at like a little film festival.
That was just some great editing. I
loved
that, and I think in a lot of ways it didn't even feel like a made-for-TV movie because they used it so well. Every time they came back from the commercial, it would go to the panel at the film premiere, and they actually went down the line, and every person in the production gave a little story, and it segued perfectly into the
movie.
Yeah, it was brilliantly done. And
it was such a unique and smart way to tell a story, and it didn't feel disjointed at all, which is really hard when you use this kind of non-linear narrative. Like, they pulled it off really well, just really interesting way to tell a story, which I don't really recall at Hallmark doing that before. Like, I don't even think, have they done that before?
They have, and usually even if they start with it, like in
Kismet Christmas.
Yeah, like in Kismet Christmas,
See,
and just
they didn't follow through
leave
with
it
that,
alone.
though.
Yeah, because I don't think that the writing wasn't good enough for it to do that. The writing in this movie was absolutely wonderful. Every character had important things to say. Every character made an impact. Every single one.
They were all great. You were saying you really enjoyed like the irony in Kimberly's character?
Oh yeah, the irony of her being sort of a humbug, non-Dazzle Plus fan, and then kind of lending to the old Hallmark tropes of like the lead gets everything they wanted, like, you know, and so she kind of benefited from that, and in turn it kind of made her love Christmas again, and also in turn Dazzle Plus.
Yeah. It was very, everything always works out.
Yeah,
And it was super ironic here, told through like a satire kind of way.
Yeah.
It was cool.
But
it was
super,
very cool.
super effective.
Oh, and I just, you know what? I just loved their first date when it was on a movie set.
Oh my God, and the guy was sprinkling the snow.
I loved that.
And they got pizza in from New York.
Again, a nice little nod to like the satire and that, what we're watching is kind of a behind the scenes look at movies. And again, like so self-aware that we know things are cheesy, we know things are fake, but we all love it and we're all here for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, why don't we talk about performances?
Sure.
Yeah, as we mentioned, I thought everyone was great here. And that's not just like a throwaway statement. Literally, I loved everyone.
No, yeah, there was not a bad performance,
No.
down to even the stressed out PA.
Well, it's a satire at heart. So certain characters will be bigger and more exaggerated than you would expect in real life.
Of course.
In terms of the leads, I think John really nailed it here. He's the standout for me. He played that typical, arrogant, kind of douchey Hollywood leading man so well, like so accurately.
Yeah, but I mean, he brought the cozy right when it mattered.
Because he
Something like-
transitioned out of that Hollywood arrogant guy.
Yeah, well, he
seamlessly.
literally says something about it. He's like, it's not always business, or it's not
Yeah,
always
yeah.
film
Yeah.
set, and it was just like, it was perfect.
Yeah.
And he was definitely the standout for me too. I think
Nice.
he was absolutely electric on screen. Like, I love him
I
now.
loved him. And normally, like when I see him, I don't initially get excited when I see him, in the past anyway. But now I have a completely new view of him, a new appreciation for him.
I will definitely.
He's great. He's a great actor. He looks great.
Yeah, he plays the part. I will definitely be watching out for him
More
from
of
now
him.
on.
Hallmark
and
needs to use him more.
I feel bad that like his Hallmark debut was in one of the worst movies ever, the
Christmas Contest.
and it's like,
Awful.
we just really needed rid of Candace and all that.
That's probably why my perception of him was slightly tainted, because
I mean, he was better in that movie than she was.
but honestly, I can't really picture him anywhere else aside from that movie. I don't remember seeing him in other
Well,
Hallmark movies.
this-
And I never watched Full House, so I don't know.
Yeah, Tremini Fuller House.
Fuller House, yeah.
Well, Lights, Camera at Christmas completely redeemed John Brotherton for
Totally.
me, and now I
Totally.
can't even remember the Christmas contest, and I will never talk of it again.
It's blocked out. Kimberly, I find to be one of the most natural actresses on Hallmark. I think.
Well, the weird thing about this is she did her normal Kimberly Sustad, kind of quirky
Yeah.
and weird, but she was a little extra sort of humbug and even.
Yeah, she was in the beginning.
And I watched this movie twice. The first time I remember thinking like, I don't like her. And then halfway through the movie I loved her, and then the second watch I was like, okay, it totally mailed it home for me.
Well, as we get to know her character, we realize, she's gone through a lot. Her father has passed away, so this is going to be a really hard Christmas for her. She's struggling at her store. She's struggling at her dream. She gave up on her dream. She was going to go to school in New York to become a designer. She's kind of in limbo everywhere, so that's why she's kind of a humbug. So understandable.
Yeah, it was.
It was good. She
Very well
portrayed that character very, very well.
Shout out to Laura Soltis.
Laura Soltis, man, she is everywhere now.
I mean,
everywhere.
she's working it this year.
And
I gotta
she's great.
say. But for me, this is like the standout performance of her career that I've seen.
I
mean,
liked her this too. I mean, we loved her in 5-Star Christmas, but she had more of a.
She's
she
way
had
more
more to do
subdued.
here.
Yeah, she had a lot more to
She
do.
had
and
more to do here.
She played the Christmas enthused and Dazzle Plus enthused mom like perfectly.
Over the top, obsessed Christmas. She was adorable. She was charming. She loved Hollywood and
Yeah.
Christmas. So
And-
the fact that they were shooting like a Christmas movie.
And fawning over Brad Baxter.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was all very cute.
Also, I think she had probably one of the best lines in the whole movie when she called Carrie Killjoy. I remember laughing out loud. I'm like, oh, that's like clever. That's like a clever line because of her humbugness, right? Like Carrie Killjoy.
Yeah.
I loved
It made
that.
sense.
Also, shout out to the producer Caleb, played by Matthew Kevin Anderson.
Yeah, he's great.
And his director wife,
Ex-wife?
ex-wife, Layla Harrison. They were fantastic.
Yeah,
I mean,
a great second romance subplot.
well, the fact that they were producer and director, we loved. Like, it just kind
Yeah.
of hit home,
No, it was
like,
very
oh my
cute.
God. It was so, I love the behind the scenes movie stuff that they were showing in this movie, because not only are we filmmakers, we're independent filmmakers in real life, we're also trying to write a Hallmark Christmas script.
Yeah, this one rang
This
very
is like, oh my
true
God, this is like, we
us.
need to take notes. Maybe this is what is actually happening
It's
behind
weird.
the scenes.
It's weird, and I had no attachment to the movie they were filming in the movie because they made it very cheesy and bad. But
very much so.
And in such a good way. But when I watched them all like behind the monitors and they're like waiting to say cut, I was like nervous. Like it felt like I was there.
Yeah, no, I loved it. I loved when they were working on a scene and it would go to the actors in the scene and then it would go to like the director and the producer off camera, kind of just like really zoned in and focus on what was happening on screen. I loved that.
There was one line between them where Caleb, the producer, heard a line that his ex-wife had written, like when they were together and really strong, and that kind of made him tear up. And I was like, that was such a well done sort of side plot.
Nice little detail, you know, like nice details. Yeah, so why don't we get a little bit nitpicky?
I have one, but you can go with yours first.
Well, the only thing I was going to mention, and this isn't me, this is just from listening to some other podcasts, that there was some qualms about the ending, that it was too neatly wrapped up, too quickly.
I mean, were they watching the same movie? He literally left twice, like almost twice. Like
no, I know. Maybe
there was
it was
like
her,
months between. There was no
I think
like
it was more
neat...
her like. Okay, no, you had me at whatever. Like, you know, she had that kind of like Jerry Maguire moment, I think, at the end.
I guess so. Yeah,
I don't know.
At that
I think
point,
that added to the cheesiness and to the satire
of course,
it,
it did.
right?
He just turns around and it's like immediately everything's all
perfect.
good.
Everything's perfect, right? Like, of course.
I do have a nitpicky though, and I remembered it when I was rewatching it. When Brad Baxter and his co-star first come into the store, and she had already met him, and like he took her phone or whatever, she was like the worst salesperson ever. It's like two famous people come to your store, and you didn't even pay attention to them, and kind of just like, yeah. So if anything, that was my nitpicky. Maybe that's why the store wasn't going very well.
Wow, the store is really struggling. You might want to try and sell more.
Oh my God, that's...
But she's also depressed, and she's down on her luck, and she's
Yeah, no, I get it. It's that time of year.
It's hard. It's hard, man. I get it.
I mean, I loved that part when Caleb came to the store and just like looks around and is like, oh, we'll take everything. Like, I laughed out loud.
Is that a yes?
I laughed out loud.
And then like the credit card?
Both times, yeah. It was very, very well done.
It was so great. But then he turns around. Oh, what's your return policy?
Which is so, so believable. Like, that is absolutely what would happen on production. They go into a store, they buy like half the store, and then they return half the store.
Great, some really great lines, really great cuts. So why don't we just talk about the writer and director here, because both were fantastic.
Absolutely.
Here. So the writer here is Gary Goldstein. Some other writing credits include Forever Christmas, Angel of Christmas, Hitched for the Holidays, tons of other Hallmark stuff. Like, this guy's a veteran.
I don't think I've seen any of those.
No, we've seen Angel of Christmas for sure.
This is one of the
I literally watched Angel of Christmas like 2 days ago on W Network.
I mean, this is one of the better written ones we've seen.
So good. But he's a veteran Hallmark writer. He knows what he's doing.
Well, good job, Gary.
Yeah. The director here is David Weaver, who we love. Some other writing credits include Merry Go Round. I wasn't a huge fan of Merry Go Round at all.
I didn't mind it.
But A Royal Runaway Romance I liked. Butlers in Love we loved.
Yeah.
Open for Christmas, Alison Sweeney with The Letter. And what's his face? Brendan Elliott.
Yeah, that guy.
So we loved that one. Yeah, just great cast, great writer, great director.
Great overall movie.
Great narrative device, great satire. Loved that it was self-aware of itself.
Great vibes.
Very interesting, unique way of telling a story, and they pulled it off.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
This one is one I'm going to probably watch every year, and I actually wouldn't mind like a sequel, something to revisit that character. I really like the Brad Baxter character. I love the King of Christmas. Oh yeah, the King of Christmas, I feel like it could have been sort of a dig on Candace leaving.
We did read that somewhere on a podcast.
Her being the Queen of Christmas, which I do not agree with.
Oh, shout out to Girls Gone Hallmark.
Girls Gone Hallmark.
No, I didn't read it. I think I read it and I heard it.
Yeah.
So they mentioned it in their podcast.
And that was a very good point.
And I was like, oh my God, interesting. Yeah.
Any opportunity that we have to kick some dust in Candace's face, I'm
you're
great.
just not having her. So.
No, not at all.
Prediction scoreboard.
Let's get to the prediction scoreboard. So, what is it now, 5-7?
It's 5-7.
However, this is a big week for the prediction scoreboard because in our shorts, we disagreed on 2. So I'm either going up by 4 this week, at the end of this weekend, or she's gonna catch up.
We shall see.
We shall see. All right, let's get to the Christmas meter.
So I'm going to give Lights, Camera, Christmas 10 Lords of Leaping.
Haha, that's a good score.
Pretty high.
And I'm gonna give Lights, Camera, Christmas 11 Pipers Piping.
Wow.
Yeah, this one's gonna be tough to beat.
It's up there. It's definitely up there from what we've seen so far. It's top of the list.
Yeah.
So far.
And yeah, it's gonna take a heavy hitter to.
I know.
landed 12.
I know.
But yeah, great movie.
So good. So good.
Let's bring down our Christmas list.
Let's get to it. I'll start this one off. Christmas confusion. No, I don't think so. No one was confused.
a little bit in the beginning because she didn't know that the guy she ran into was Brad Baxter.
I don't think so. I'm saying no.
A Christmas party.
Yes, towards the end.
They had a
there
rap. They had
was
a rap party.
Yeah. Character with a holiday name. No.
Reference to decorating or picking out the perfect tree.
No, I don't think so. Were they decorating their tree? They were decorating their tree in the house?
She was decorating a tree, and then she got given a tree by the production after they were going to return a bunch of stuff.
So maybe this is a yes.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
Yes.
Bring it.
Ice skating. I don't think so.
No. Santa makes an appearance.
Definitely.
Santa was the appearance.
I mean, King of Christmas was Santa.
King of Christmas.
Yeah. Character obsessed with Christmas. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say Laura Salitas' character was obsessed with Christmas and Hollywood and actors,
Absolutely.
celebrity.
She brought the Mary to me.
Yeah.
A hot beverage. Was there?
I think so.
I don't remember.
I don't remember specifically, but I do remember them holding a cup.
What?
Pretty sure it was there. Pretty sure.
Okay.
Horse-drawn sleigh.
Nay. I wonder if we're even going to see that one this year.
I don't
It's gonna be
know.
like,
Maybe
you know
we
what?
need to remove that one.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, maybe. I mean, the
I
Royal
like to
Nanny
see
might
it.
have
I like to see it.
Christmas in the title. Absolutely.
Granted a Christmas wish.
Snowball fight. Yes, a
Yes.
fake snowball
Fake
fight.
snow.
Which totally tracks.
Which is also a great little dig and nod to the satire that they're trying to tell here. Because
Yeah.
like usually in all Hallmark movies there's fake snow.
Yeah, and I love
And
that
they're
you
like,
just
"And
see
they're
that.
not even real."
You just see the machine the entire
Yeah.
time. They would just cut to that
It
thing.
was great.
I loved it.
It was great. Caroling.
Yes, they sat at the piano.
He
and
played
they
the
were
piano
caroling.
and they were singing. Yeah. Christmas magic. No, it wasn't a magical one.
Movie magic.
Well, true, but no.
No. Mistletoe kiss.
No.
That one isn't good.
But their kiss was great at the end.
Yeah.
Very passionate.
Very forceful.
Yeah, I liked that. Real snow. Well, no.
No, but unnecessary.
No, but it went, it was okay. It went in line with
That
with
was
the
another
satire.
cool thing about this movie is like you could tell this was like shot pretty much in the summer, and it didn't
Oh, yeah.
matter. It just
And it was shot in Vancouver.
Well, aren't they all?
Well, yes, they pretty much are. Either Vancouver, Victoria, or Nelson.
Well, that's a wrap on the list.
We really enjoyed this one, guys. It was a lot of fun.
So far, my
It was very
favorite of the year.
cheeky, yeah.
I'm looking for something to beat it, but let us know where it falls on the Christmas meter for you.
For sure. Yes, and we'll see you very soon for our next review.
Until next episode.
Bye.
Bye.